Hello, crafty friends and fans of Whimsy stamps. I'm coming to you today with a quick Halloween card using this really sweet card front pack called Lil Friends. You get 8 cute images. I've already pre-die cut this one using the stitched wavy die. So you just have really cute, sweet images. They're so fun. I'm not a fan of spiders, and I still think that's super cute. Excuse me. And it also comes with 2 sentiment packs. And I wanted to show you what I like to do ahead of time is go ahead and die cut my sentiments. And so here you can see that I've die cut them. I use the quick strips 4, and you can see that this lines up perfectly. See that? I don't even have to take these apart. So I just did that and made 2 swipes through my die cut machine to get all these cute little sentiments. And you get 8 sentiments per sheet and 2 sheets. One is in this grayish color and then one is in black. So I think that's really a fun design feature. So I'm going to take this cute little dragon, and first I'm going to add a bit of a puff of smoke, I think, coming from him. And I'm starting with this coffee stamp set called Coffee Understands. Anyone who knows me knows that coffee is one of my favorite stamp themes. I have so many in my stash, and I just love it. And because this scene is so sweet, I thought I would use the heart as a little like poof of smoke coming from this dragon. So I'm just going to get some black ink and ink up this little stamp here. Let's see if I can get it right there. Give him just a little puff, and maybe I'll do another little puff right up here. Sweet, sweet. Okay, so we can put this aside. Using the Cutie ABCs, I went ahead and cut out the word eek. And one of the sentiments in here said spooky sweet. And so I just thought eek, spooky sweet, kind of rhymes, kind of fun. So we still need to audition where we're going to put these pieces, but that is what I had decided for my sentiment. And then to just add a little bit more interest to this card front, I think it's beautiful as is, but I want to add a couple of layers to it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this vintage script background, which is a rubber stamp, and I'm just going to ink up a little bit of it in the black again, and just add it in little parts. It's not going to go everywhere. I'm just going to put it in a couple of parts to add a little bit more texture. So we're just going to add some steps, and you can't see it too much there because it's black on black. Maybe I'll come back in with white ink and do it there. But I can put a little bit underneath them, and then right here by the tree, and then right there. And you just get some second generation stamping when you continue on. So I love the script on here. It's just really beautiful, a nice large stamp so that you could actually do the whole front if you wanted to, but I just wanted to add little bits of texture. And then I'm going to come back in with the Harlequin stencil. And I'm going to use this one that's a little bit more distressed looking. And again, I'm just going to add a little bit of stenciling in a couple of places to add a little bit more visual interest, texture to parts. And I don't mind going over some of the text, because stenciling in the same color ink is going to be lighter and it's not going to cover up the text. You're still going to be able to see text. So One of my favorite ways to add texture and interest to something is to stencil. And it's really a quick way, especially if you're going to have a singular layer or you don't want to have too many layers because you're mailing the card. It's a good way to do that. And you'll notice that I'm not trying to make a complete pattern here. I'm just going into a couple places, adding a little bit of color for the texture and the interest that it's going to provide to our particular design. And so there is that. I do have a bucket of water prepared beside me so that I can slip my stencil in there. And mostly the reason I'm doing that is because the next stencil that I'm going to use is this twinkle stencil, and I just thought it was really pretty, and it would make some nice maybe stars or twinkly patterns, and I wanted to do that in a gold paste. So I have some gold paste right here, or actually I think it's called brass, but it's the closest that I have to gold. And so I'm just gonna stir it around a little bit, pick it up with my tool, set that off to the side, and then again the same thing I did with the other is I'm going to take just a couple places and I'm going to smooth out my paste, getting it through there. You want your texture paste to be thin enough that you can see through the stencil, but not so thick that it slides underneath. And then, I don't know, that's in the top. Should I add, maybe I'll add a little bit over here beside the dragon. I don't necessarily want to go too far to the bottom because that's not the night sky, right? And I'm assuming since it's dark all around that it's a night sky. So I'll just add a little bit here to the side of the cute little dragon with his kitty cat friend. Oh yeah. And then we'll do just a smidge on this side as well. Oops. Okay. Yes, beautiful. Now this is the reason your paste will stick to your stencils. So if you have a bucket of water close by, you can slide your stencil in there, and then you don't have to worry about scrubbing it off immediately. It'll sit in there and gently soak off. And I'm going to do the same thing with my tool, stick it in there. You could wipe off with a wet wipe or whatever, but I just like having the water close by because that makes it a much quicker option for me. So now we have this, and because I need to let that dry for a second, it won't take long, we can go ahead and figure out where we want our sentiment to go before we put this on a card front. So, and I did the letters ahead of time, and I did them kind of in an orange just to pick up this cute orange of the dragon. So let's move that up a little bit. And then my sentiment here. And if I wanted to, I could add a little bit of stenciling maybe to the sentiment, but I'm going to want all that to dry first. So I think this is a good spot. Now you could do a smaller die, but I just went with the dies that I had, and that's really nice. You can also do a little surgery and cut off part of it, or like move this over and cut off this portion, and then have your ink kind of go over that, which I think I like that. So I'm going to add just a little bit of foam tape to the back of this sentiment. Everyone has foam tape in their stash, right? And let's see, I want to make sure that I get it here. Actually, I need to cut this in half. So let's go ahead and cut this so that I don't have too much overhang. Move that extra piece over. And then I'm going to make sure that it doesn't go too much past the sweet because it is going to hang off the side of the card. And we're going to cut off that extra. So I'm just going to do that. I've already added foam tape to my letters. So now I'm going to put this here, making sure that I get all, okay. And now we'll do our letters. Of course, got to be careful to get everything lined up. And I did also die cut this twice and added another layer so that it would have some structure to it and not just be a really lightweight piece of paper. Because the eek I created out of scrap pages. I just, you know, scrap paper that I had around, and it's just a little lightweight. Okay, I want to start with my K so that I get it lined up correctly. So maybe the little K is going to be up here a little bit. And then the next one, whoops, I forgot to take the tape off of this E. Okay, and then this E can go here, come down just a little bit. And then the next E, which I already took the tape off of, can be like right here. So we just have a really cute little eek. Turn this over, cut this off. And now there is our card front. And let me check and see if my paste is almost dry. Not quite, so I will go ahead and take out a little heat tool. Because we don't want to just sit here with dead air while we wait for the paste to dry. So I'm going to show you my little tip for adding adhesive. Okay, I think that's dry enough. So I take adhesive tape and I just run it, any kind of adhesive works. I just run it across the back. And I probably should have done this ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me do this part, but get this on. Try to get it as close to the edge as I can. A lot of people use glue because it gives them the opportunity to wiggle stuff around. And I do sometimes, but for some reason I just don't always have the best of luck with glue. So this is what I do. I take my tape and then I loosen up the corners and fold it back. Loosen up the next corner, fold it back. So you have little tabs sticking out, and then I do the opposite corner, the same thing. Take my tabs, my backer paper, and once it's good and adhered on there, and then I do this. So then I can take my card front and I can line it up and make sure that it is even all the way around. Before I press it down. Then when I do, I press down the two open ends. Then you can pull your release paper off. And there you go. So there is my first card using this really cute Lil Friends card front pack. Perfect for a sweet Halloween. So I really like that. Again, the little card front packs have 10 pages in them. 8 are images and 2 are sentiments. I use the cutie alphabet, the twinkle stencil, the little steam hearts from the Coffee Understand set, and the Harlequin stencil, and the vintage script, just to add all of that extra interest. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful day.